Hello, welcome back everybody. I am the Bradley Assassin. This is the Bradley Assassin live stream where we discuss Dogecoin and all cryptocurrency news. I'd like to welcome everybody back that's frequent to the stream, and if you're new, please don't forget to like and subscribe. That's the only way the channel continues to grow, and we're able to bring you this continued fantastic content, along with free giveaways that we have every so often. In fact, our next upcoming free giveaway is going to be for 1,000 Dogecoins, and it's this Friday, February 19th at 6 p.m. Central Time. So welcome back everybody. Nice to see everybody hopping in on this super cold and super wet Friday afternoon. Wednesday afternoon here in South Louisiana. But it is what it is, right? Okay, and let me just triple check on computer number 2 and all the normal doodads. We have to make sure everything's popping off right before we get into the nitty gritty. Not a ton of news today on the crypto front, outside of the fact that Bitcoin is still killing it. Still waiting on some significant updates from the old Dogecoin development team. Of course, here we touch on Vechain and Chainlink and all that stuff. So I'm always trying to dig up fresh information for everyone. But it is what it is. You can only get so much information. The market doesn't always update every single day. But I still like to dig up what I can, even if it's a little bit older news for those that aren't familiar with the coins and what we do here, so to speak. I'm gonna go ahead and switch it over to live chat so that I try not to miss too much stuff. And also, if you haven't been here the last couple of days and you are used to the stream, what I did was because so many people were asking about cold storage, and I was getting a lot of questions about what cameras I use, what lighting I use, and what mic I use, and all that kind of good stuff. And I noticed we also had it was a pretty recurring question for KuCoin referral code. So if you just scroll down a little bit to the description now, I went ahead and added that right into the description, so we don't waste too much time during the stream and don't have to interrupt too much discussion, as it's all there now. I have direct links to all the equipment I use, cold storage, KuCoin referral code, all that good stuff, and then of course the tickers at the bottom of the stream for the whole for the entirety of the stream. I have my highs and lows for the entirety of the stream, so that gets answered. It's just there throughout the entire stream, and then of course the top super chatters and all that stuff for some notoriety. But okay, so now that we touched on all that, we're gonna start off. I'm gonna start off with some the coin market cap recap. We're gonna touch on that and then check it out a little bit later and see if we get any fluctuations. And I also have a little surprise for everyone too today. I was getting a ton of questions about mining, and like I said, I'll probably end up having to make another channel about it, just because it's a little more detailed, tech oriented, and can be a little confusing and whatnot. But I went outside today, even in this crappy weather, and I took a few pictures of my little mining shed I have, so you guys can see. Because I was even getting some people commenting after the fact that I didn't have any mining and I was just full of what, and I'm like, man, that's not what I do. So anyway, I took a few pictures, and we're gonna check that out. Oh, that's why. Hold on, my light's messed up. Well, I can't fix it right now. Anyway, so yeah, I got some pictures of my mining farm, and then, it's not the prettiest in the world, but it works, and I'd like to show everybody. So anyway, okay, so we're gonna pop right on into display capture, so we can take a look at today's coin market cap. Oops, that was the wrong button. Okay, so yeah, here we go. We do this every day, a few times throughout the stream, so we can kind of monitor what's going on in the as far as the market itself. And this is the very first look today at the coin market cap recap here at the Bradley Assassin live stream. And as you can see, the entirety of the market cap in all of the crypto space is currently at $1,577,000,000,000. That obviously is up over the last few days, as it reflects directly on Bitcoin. And look at this, ladies and gentlemen, Bitcoin sitting at $971 billion market cap. We are approaching a $1 trillion market cap for Bitcoin, which would, I mean, this is why all the your institutional investment firms and your hedge funds and your Visas and your MasterCards, this is why everybody now is giving in, and they're like, you know what, okay, we were wrong, but we don't want to get left behind and let our competitors, offer cryptocurrency and this. So that's why it's all coming to fruition. We've been saying the adoption is going to happen for years now, and I guess it slowly has, but when you're approaching a $1 trillion market cap, people are going to notice. Okay, so anyway, and Bitcoin with the $971 billion market cap sitting at $52,228 per coin. Ethereum at $1,839 per coin. We have Tether, the USDT dollar coin, at $1, of course. Polkadot at $31.95. And Cardano slowly creeping back up into the number 5 spot at just under 89 cents. Binance Coin at 163.54. XRP at 54 cents. Litecoin at $232. Bitcoin Cash at $713. And number 10, Chainlink, my number 2 favorite pick for long-term investing in all of the crypto space, at an even $32. Let's see. We got Stellar Lumens holding down the number 11 spot. The USD coin at the number 12 spot. Come on, my cat's just giving me problems. Number 13 is Wrapped Bitcoin, 52,000. Number 14, Uniswap at $21.34. And Bitcoin, Dogecoin, the ultra popular Dogecoin, has been knocked down to the number 15 spot today with a $6.3 billion market cap, currently sitting at 4.9 cents. And coming down to some other coins that we like to keep an eye on over here is Tron at 5.2 cents, Theta at 350, looking pretty good. And my number 1 favorite pick for long-term investing in all of the crypto space, Vechain, in the number 26 spot at 5.1 cents. And that is the coin market cap recap, number 1 on the day here at the Bradley Assassin live stream. So I'm gonna catch back up with chat real quick before we go much further. I've got a few things I'd like to touch on today. But let me see. We got anything going on in chat. One quick dub says, I got completely wrecked on Dogecoin, but Bitcoin came through in the clutch. Yeah, obviously Dogecoin has been seeing a pretty significant continual downturn over the last few days. And as expected, after Mr. Elon Musk's tweets and I guess call out of the big wallets and or whales, and he said, of course, it's if we do get some people to sell off, you're obviously going to see things get worse before they get better, which needs to happen to diversify all the wallets and that sort of thing. So this seems to be expected. It's never fun going through these dips. Let's see what else we got. I see you, Digital Jin, welcome back. Mr. Luca Parmitano, I've been trying to get Dogecoins, but no place to buy. Can you surprise me? Well, we definitely have a contest coming up this Friday at 6 p.m. Central Time. We'll be giving away 1,000 Dogecoins to one lucky subscriber. So make sure you don't miss it. You get a chance to get some completely free Dogecoin that way. A1 the Hitmaker says, I have Uphold with Dogecoin. Is that bad? I haven't heard too many negative things about Uphold. It seems to be decent. I don't personally use it, but I haven't heard too many negative things. Let's see. Tommy R, at the end of the bear run, what do you think is the starting price for Doge? At the end of the bear run, what do I think is the starting price for Doge? Well, we're pretty much in a bull market now, so although Dogecoin is on the downturn itself, I mean, if you're referring just to the decline that Dogecoin has been in, being that we're sitting at around 5 cents right now, I mean, if a couple large wallets choose to sell off, that kind of thing, I mean, I could certainly seeing it approaching the 4 cent area You know, that of course you'd have to have some substantial sell-offs happen at one time, but at the same time, there's a lot of people waiting to buy back in, so a lot of the buy orders are going to trigger, I'm sure. So it's going to be a little bit of a battle, but we can probably see it come down a little bit more before, you know, before we things turn around. I would assume, based on, you know, just the consensus of what's happening with the large wallets and that sort of stuff. Welcome, Thailand. I see you, Mr. Stephen ALG. Friday, during the live stream, when you hop in here, the chat bot will be handling the contest as it always does. It will be continually giving you the keyword that you need to type in chat, and it will automatically enter you, and then we will have a runtime, and at the end of the runtime, the chat bot will automatically select a winner and notify chat and everything. It's completely held at random by the chat bot. That way there's no manipulation, that sort of stuff involved. So you just have to be here Friday at 6 p.m. Central Time, hop into the chat and be a subscriber, and that's it, completely free. Let's see here. Welcome back, Mr. Derek Rose. Let's see. Mr. Matthew Knight says, do we know if any major whales have sold out? I haven't got any confirmation on you know, exactly what wallets have sold and which haven't. So if anyone has that information at hand or knows, we're all ears right here. The Gingers too says, hi Bradley from Western Massachusetts. Bought even more shares. Musk knows the top whale is Robinhood. As they dump shares, it'll lower the price but make them more available. The rocket's about to take off. Yeah, so I have some information on that. It seems to be, you know, Robinhood won't admit it, but it seems as though the D5 wallet, one of those large wallets, are Robinhood, and they're still not admitting it. And I'm gonna show you guys some things they tweeted today. But they did announce yesterday, and we're gonna touch on that here today. They did announce that they're gonna start allowing their customers to buy and trade, you know, buy, sell, and trade crypto with their own wallets. So if that happens, you know, and it looks like it is, but they're trying to save their, you know what, and I think it's a little too late. But if that does happen, and the people that use Robinhood do receive their wallets and all that kind of stuff, well, then it's going to automatically diversify that gigantic single wallet. So that's really good one way or another. And, you know, it is good, but you know, it's a little too late, but it's still very good. So with that being said, that's a perfect segue for us to hop right into one of the Robinhood topics that we were going to touch on today. So what we're going to do is pop back into display capture and head right over here. And this is from Bloomberg.com. I mean, this is about the pinnacle of the financial world here. And it says cryptocurrency sleuths point to Robinhood as the Dogecoin whale, and it's just saying the prime suspect as to the identity of the world's biggest Dogecoin cryptocurrency wallet looks like it may be Robinhood. And I mean, there's a lot of evidence. A lot of people are, you know, figuring it out and this sort of stuff. Of course, you know, they haven't admitted anything yet, and I don't know how that's all going to unfold, but it goes on to say, you know, they touch on Dogecoin, about the surge and all this kind of stuff. And then they touch on how that one major wallet controls almost 30% of all Dogecoin in circulation. And how, you know, Mr. Elon Musk said he'd like to see them sell off or void their accounts, or he would even pay them money to, you know, to release those coins and yada, yada, yada. You know, we've heard it all before. But now it's making national news as to where they think it's probably Robinhood. So Robinhood's sweating, right? So they came back, and just a couple hours ago, well, yesterday, let me read the tweet from yesterday first. It said, don't sleep much while Robinhood Crypto offers 7 tradable coins so you can buy and sell crypto like Doge, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin 24/7, 365. We're also building deposits and wallet and withdrawals for all listed cryptocurrencies. You know, something that should have been done a long time ago, and it's just very malicious, and I think they're going to be in a world of trouble. And then they came back today and said So I'm sorry, I'm laughing. It's just it's pathetic. They came back and said so much interest in crypto. To be crystal clear, we fully intend to provide the ability to deposit and withdraw cryptocurrencies, including Doge. Robinhood Crypto does not currently invest in cryptocurrency or use any customer cryptocurrency for our own benefit. I'm sorry, I can't even hold that in. I mean, this is a burning ship. I mean, this is terrible. I'm embarrassed for them. I mean, everyone really knows what's going on, and they're just completely trying to save their ASS. And then thirdly, this is on Yahoo Finance. And they're just reiterating on the announcement that Robinhood is to allow customers to deposit and withdraw cryptocurrencies, what we just discussed. But I just wanted to have this headline up as well because you know, it's on Bloomberg now, it's on Yahoo Finance now, and then of course with the tweets from Robinhood saying that they were going to do that. And it's like, well, yeah, I mean, it's a little late, bro. You know, everyone knows what they what they've been doing. And I mean, for that company to come out and say that they weren't doing it to benefit them, I mean, they're in this business to make money. You know, they're not philanthropists here, philanthropists. I can't even say it. They're not just giving away their services and stuff. I mean, now they're trying to claim that they were, it's just ridiculous. So anyway, I thought you guys might get a kick out of that. You know, them doing everything. They're scrambling now to make it look like they're like, oh, you know, here's access to you. Here, you can do what you want. Here's your wallet. But yeah, meanwhile, they're hoarding everybody's coins and, you know, philanthropist. Thank you, Frank. I can usually say it, but not today. So anyway, I just thought you guys would like to see some official announcements on that, and you know, what's kind of some repercussions from their tweets and all that kind of stuff. Like, you know, I guess technically they're doing what they need to do, but I mean, yeah, don't say stuff like that, man. It's like he should have just stayed in his hotel room and not said anything. I don't know. Okay, so there's that. I thought you guys would like to see that, and you know, it's just some confirmation and verification on you know, what we had heard yesterday, and you know, within the 24 hours since we last streamed, you know, there's some confirmations and information that come out on it. So there's that. And so I have a little bit more information. But we got a $5 super chat from Mr. Modern Prometheus once more. Thanks again, very generous. Says, even at 2 cents, that's a 200% gain for a month. Great time to keep buying Doge. Main issue is people new to crypto panicking. Don't panic sell. I'm gonna let the chatbot take over for a second, then we'll touch on that.
Even at 2, that's a 200 gain per month. Great time to keep buying Doge. Main issue is people new to crypto panicking. Do not panic sell.
Yeah, so exactly. Sorry, I was just reading Mr. Muhammad's announcement. But yeah, so exactly. You know, the thing, and you're exactly right. A large chunk of the Dogecoin movement, the Dogecoin community, you know, came into Dogecoin after it started kicking off and gained a ton of popularity and notoriety, and, you know, landed in around the 5 or 6 cent mark, or however it be, you know. And, you know, I guess technically, you know, if you came into the space at that time, you would be down, and it's very unnerving, and you're not used to the crypto space, and especially Dogecoin, the validity that these coins and this space has. But you're right. I mean, you know, from a month ago to now, you're still up 200% on the coin, you know. So now, not everyone had the opportunity or the ability to get in that early, but it is what it is. So, you know, just as Mr. Musk said, and those that are in the space are pretty aware, you know, things do have to go down. You know, we have to chew through those sell orders of all those major wallets and stuff, so that the coin can get, you know, spread out and diversified amongst the people. That way we don't have these gigantic sell-offs anymore, and we don't have to deal with that. So, you know, going down before it goes back up is probably the expectation, and we're just holding and you know, waiting for every dog has its day, so to speak. Every Doge has its day. So yeah, we just have to hold on and be positive, and that's why we're here, to deal with these uncertainties and the uncomfortableness of the dips and all this stuff we're going through. But we're here. Okay, let's see here. Okay, Mr. Mark Hub says, today I've been at my timeless winning strategy that works every time. It's called buy high, sell low. Okay, Mr. Michael Broadbeck says, this new generation of crypto and securities investors are an amazing mix of greedy and impatient. Institutions are greedy, but they have patience, change or lose money. Right, yeah, I mean, ladies and gentlemen, the Dogecoin boom is, I guess, maybe about 2 weeks old, 2.5 weeks old. You can't jump into this, buy some Dogecoin or whatever, and then a week later you expect to be rich. I mean, it's really not how it works. So I understand the excitement and the enthusiasm and everything. I mean, that's why we're here. We're part of the movement. We're doing the same thing. We're invested also, but you have to be patient. I mean, look at crypto as a whole. If you'd have bought and hold just a year ago or 2 years ago or 3 years ago, everyone's up. Everyone's killing it. So every Doge has its day, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. Mr. Matty James says, what level would you say is good to buy back in? I don't want to buy now and lose some, if you get me. Yeah, of course. And that's the tricky part with speculation. I mean, everyone would love to buy at the very bottom of the dips, but of course we can't predict. Like in my personal opinion, I thought in my, I said to myself, if we fall below 5 cents, I would consider buying again. And let me go ahead and let the $2 super chat from Magpie come through, and then I'll finish up, and then I'll touch Magpie's question.
When do you estimate Doge for $1, $10?
Okay, and Magpie asks, when do you estimate those for $1 or $10? Okay, I'll touch on that in a second. But to finish up the when to buy in thing, I told myself if it falls below 5 cents, it would probably be a decent time to buy back in, and we're below that now. So now it's like I'm thinking, well, if we could possibly wait, and if some of the whales and or large wallets, whatever they are, would decide to move on the suggestion of Mr. Musk, and we can touch that 4 cent mark, then I think it would be another fantastic opportunity to get in. It's just no one really knows for certain, and you do have to speculate and use your best judgment. But let me go ahead and answer Magpie's $2 super chat question. Thank you, by the way, very generous. When do you estimate those for $1 and or $10? Well, we touch on that all the time here at the Barely Assassin live stream, and have touched on it many times. And in truth, I personally don't think Dogecoin can get to $1. Not anytime soon, but anyway. I was hoping to see a 10-cent mark at some time in February, which now obviously is looking kind of questionable. And I thought if everything went perfectly for Dogecoin this year, we could approach a 20-cent coin. And that again, it's gonna take obviously a pretty drastic change right now, as we've been on a steady decline. But I thought if everything went perfect for the coin within the next couple of years, that it could settle at an all-time high of around 30 to 40 cents, 35-cent coin, give or take 40 cent, if everything went absolutely perfect. Because for us to achieve a $1 Dogecoin, obviously that means we would have to have a $128 billion market cap. And while there is a substantial amount of volume and money coming into the in crypto space as a whole, which is fantastic, which is what you want, obviously, all eyes on crypto, all eyes on Doge. It's just, while it's possible, it's just a little improbable because, like for instance, Ethereum, if I'm not mistaken, is a little bit over $200 billion market cap right now. And I know we're comparing apples to oranges, based on case use, fundamentals, and supply and everything. But that just goes to show you how difficult it's going to be to get to $128 billion. And as far as a $10 coin, I don't think that's going to happen personally. Of course, I'm wrong more times than I'm right, but that's just my feelings on that subject. And thanks again for the $2 super chat. Very appreciative. Okay. Let's see. Trying to catch up here. Someone asked where I'm from. Yes, I'm from South Louisiana, a little town called Breaux Bridge, right next to Lafayette, Louisiana. True Blue, if or when Robinhood gives the people control of their Doge, will that make the price rise or fall? Well, I don't think it'll do either, honestly. I think ultimately it'll just stabilize a little bit more, because you're not selling all that coin that's in their wallets, and you're not buying more. You're basically just redistributing it properly amongst the holders. You see what I'm saying? So it should just remain the same, just be more stable, in my personal opinion. Now, once we get through the other wallets where it could be individuals or firms that sell off, that's different, as they have the control of the coin, do what they want with it. But in this case, if it's just dispersed to the people as they already have the coins in place, I think it'll just help stabilize it a little bit more. Crypto Cowboy says, I love your bread, bro. Mr. Crypto Cowboy, are you from the area, my friend? And if so, cool. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Let's see, trying to keep up right here. We got up to 864 viewers right now, ladies and gentlemen. That is a fantastic participation. And for those of you that are here, if you don't mind smashing that like button, we only have 80 likes and 800 people in the chat, so we're at about a 10% mark. So I really appreciate some likes and some subscribes. And if you're enjoying the content and want to be notified when we go live, hit that notification bell. That way you'll know when we go live. You don't miss any chat. And especially when we do our giveaways, like this Friday upcoming at 6 p.m. Central, we'll be giving away 1,000 Dogecoin, and you're definitely going to want to get notified to make sure you don't miss it. So thanks, everybody. And I have to officially switch this to top chat because I can't keep up. But let's see what we got. Joey the Moose says, there's no high, there's no low, only Doge. To the moon, price is dropping, and I'm still buying. Yeah, man, we hope we see some upturn pretty soon. It can't go down forever and it can't go up forever. But if everyone stays positive, continues with the Dogecoin movement, buys the dips, we chew through these wallets, all the things that need to happen. And don't forget, the development team is back working on the coin. So we do have some there's going to be some hard-hitting news to come out at some point during the year. We just have to be patient. The development team is officially back. Initially they said it was due to scalability issues, due to influx of volume into the coin and all this stuff. And so we still are transaction wise, we're still faster than Bitcoin. There's a lot of positives, and we don't know exactly what the development team has in store for the coin, but they're working on it, and it's just going to be good news no matter what they come back with. So so that's some positives to look forward to. Let's see here. Mr. Roy Strang says, everyone here listen, go to Vlad's Twitter and Robinhood's Twitter. Leave them comments daily. Let them know how pissed we are. Elon says they're the owners of the wallet. Yeah, it looks like the internet sleuths have kind of at least solidified on the possibility of them, strong possibility of doing that. But then they came back today with that tweet, saying that they watch. Let me go ahead and show you for those of you that missed what we touched on earlier. We'll go over it one more time since we have so many people in the stream right now. And you can see here from Bloomberg.com, ladies and gentlemen, Bloomberg.com says cryptocurrency sleuths point to Robinhood as Dogecoin whale. And they touch on what we've been discussing, the fact that some people have picked up some clues, I guess, so to speak, and some information showing that it looks like Robinhood is indeed the owner of that gigantic wallet, or which obviously would be all of their customers' coins, and like I said, I don't use them. I'm trying to be real, and open about the subject, but it doesn't look very good for them. In fact, I couldn't even hold my laughter back when I go read this tweet. Okay, so this is that, and it just goes on saying about, what Dogecoin is, the size of the wallet, and how Mr. Elon Musk suggested they either sell their coins or he would straight up buy their wallets from them, crazy stuff. Whatever we can do to basically cut off some of that consolidation from that one coin, make it a little bit more for the people. And then of course we're going to pop right into the Twitter, where yesterday Vlad from the CEO of Robinhood says, we love our crypto community and are honored to serve you. And then it goes on to say, don't sleep much while Robinhood Crypto offers 7 tradable coins. So you can buy and sell crypto like Doge, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin 24/7, 365. We're also building deposits and withdrawals for all listed cryptocurrencies, Robinhood.com, blah, 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 blah. And then today, just a few hours ago, this is the word that came out of my mouth was pathetic. And I don't remember last time I've said that word, but it says so much interest in crypto. To be crystal clear, we fully intend to provide the ability to deposit and withdraw cryptocurrencies, including Doge. Robinhood Crypto does not currently invest in cryptocurrency or use any customer cryptocurrency for our own benefit. Bruh. Don't even talk. Don't even say anything. Like, I'm pretty sure Robinhood doesn't provide their service for free and just hang out with people. And I don't know, bro. That just seems wild that he would say that. And then, of course, thirdly, this is basically the same stuff, but I just wanted everyone to see that it was on Yahoo Finance to further confirm and give the story some confirmation. But as you can see here, it just says Robinhood to allow customers to deposit and withdraw cryptocurrencies, and the same stuff we just touched on. So, yeah, I don't know. Look, I don't know everything. I certainly don't have all the answers. But, after what they've done and the fact that it's crunch time and it looks like they're being singled out with some proof of some sort, and then they come right back and say that we're not even using your crypto for our benefit. I'm like, what do you do? What do you do? Like, isn't that like, I mean, I don't know, man. Look, again, I don't use them. I don't want to come out and just fry these people, but my community here at the Breadless Assassin live stream is very displeased with them. Things just seem to be not going their way. They seem to have shot themselves in the foot. And look, I'm on your side, so it just doesn't look very good, and very strange for them to come out and say something like that. So anyway, like I said, look, these guys are clearly smarter than me and got a lot more money. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know. And then we got Mr. Thomas Kanka with the $2 super chat. Do you know Zero.exchange? Your thoughts? Unfortunately, I do not, my friend. I really appreciate the generous super chat, but if I'm not familiar with something, I prefer not to comment, as obviously I don't want to mislead anyone, but I do not have any information on that, my friend. I apologize. Okay. Life with Cam says, when do you think Doge will go up again? Again, that's all part of speculating. We don't know for sure. Although we have been in a downturn for a while now. Obviously, Dogecoin is directly affected by a lot of celebrities' input, a lot of influencers' input, the worldwide media, the national media, everything. It's a very social coin, so we can expect to see some spikes whenever in news or people discuss it, or it comes up, in discussion, or is being touched on by the media and stuff like that. And ultimately, every time Mr. Elon Musk shows support, and Jay, I missed your super chat. Okay, I'll go back, my friend. I'll go back. So yeah, anytime Mr. Elon has some information, it does make a difference and can affect the coin. But as far as an upturn to continually see some increase, I think it's going to come along with the development team and whatever news comes from that, because that's going to be more fundamentals to the coin than just the social side. And Jay, I'll scroll back up. I see a super chat. I apologize. $2 super chat from Jay says, yeah, buddy, have you checked a little more on EWT? I did, my friend. I did. In fact, we touched on it yesterday and maybe the day before. I can't recall exactly, but I did officially. In fact, we're going to take this time right now because Jay had suggested to the community to take a look at the coin EWT a few days ago. And like I do here, always for everyone in the chat, in the community, I looked into it, and we're going to touch on that right now, right after I get to Mr. Burns' $5 super chat. Thank you, Mr. Burns. And I'm going to let the chat bot read it, and then I will touch on that, and then we'll go right into EWT.
I pulled pulled over 300K of Doge out of RH. Bought back in with Anchor. My withdrawal was never shown from that wallet. So are they HODLN also.
So Mr. Burns says, I pulled over 300,000 Doge out of Robinhood. Bought back in with Anchor. My withdrawal was never shown from that wallet. So are they holding also? Again, I don't know what they're doing, man. I don't know, and unless maybe they have multiple wallets, I guess that's possible too. Especially since they're about to, it's all about to go down. I think, you know, if they have to go to some hearings or some court sessions over this, they might have done some things in the immediate to get away. I don't know. I really don't. But thanks for that comment. That's interesting news. Okay, and then Jay had asked me about EWT. So here we have the Energy Web token, ladies and gentlemen, EWT. As you can see here, currently at $17.34. And what I love about this ticker here, you can see that in the last 24 hours, it has an 8.7% increase. Over the last 7 days, up almost 54%, ladies and gentlemen. And the 30-day is 80%. And then the 90-day is 142%, and it's so new it doesn't even have a 1-year mark. So this seems to be a coin that is involved in the energy sector. From what I've read, I do need to do more on it. I just was able to pull up some information and read some of the stuff directly off their page to try and familiarize myself with it. But seems to be very, very good project. So thank you, Jay, with the suggestion that we take a look at EWT. As you can see, beautiful gains on the coin. And from it's another thing that I touched on 2 days ago when we briefly reviewed it. I'm gonna try and pull it up again after I take a look at Mr. Brokey with the $2 super chat says, what do you think of Ripple recently invested? Yes, I have some information on Ripple too, at least some comments that we touch on every day here at the Breadless Assassin live stream. But one thing about Energy Web token, give me 1 second. I don't want to forget about you, Brokey, but I want to try and pull this up for some what I found about EWT. I wanted to show someone. We touched on it a couple days ago, but this needs to be. I'd like to show everyone this again. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find the website right away, but it was there's a notable crypto guy who very famous, reviews coins. I want to say it was Altcoin. I mean maybe Altcoin review, or I don't have it right in front of me now. But anyway, when I did have it a couple of days ago, I was a little more prepared. But he had said he reviewed it and said that it was his number one pick for altcoins in 2021, and it makes the EWT has made a lot of top 5 picks in a lot of people's lists. So if you guys want to take some time and go research EWT Energy Web token for yourself to make sure that you think it might be something you want to invest in, or at least get some more information on, I highly suggest it, as does one of our followers, Mr. J. And back to the $2 super chat from @Brokley. What do I think of Ripple? Well, okay, this is what I think. XRP obviously is an amazing project, right? It always has been. The development team is fantastic. Considered the banker's coin. Very, very, very positive all the way around until the SEC decided to pick on it. So you have the suppression of the coin, and the cost is basically due to the looming cloud over its head with the upcoming SEC hearings. Now, like I said before here on the stream, I'm not an attorney. I'm certainly not an expert, nor a financial advisor. But I did read a lot of comments and suggestions from attorneys that have chimed in and commented on the countersuit and what it looks like for XRP. And they all say it looks very, very good for XRP. And in truth, if this happens, you know, they're going to the hearing, and hearings at the end of the month, and if they do come out unscathed and, you know, ultimately winners, then I think we can fully expect XRP to really take off. I think you will see a ton of volume come back into it, and and really blow up, because I mentioned, every time we touch on XRP, please remember back in January of 2018, XRP had reached an all-time high of $3.50, if I'm not mistaken. And being that we're at around let me take a quick look, 50 cents now, or XRP is right now at 54 cents. So you can kind of use that as a measuring stick, so to speak, or at least know where your opportunities lie, and where it can get to in the immediate. So yeah, I think it's a good buying opportunity. Of course, it's a lot of risk versus reward, being that they still do have to go through the hearings and still have to present their case in court and all that kind of stuff like that. But if it goes well, it can be a fantastic buy. Okay, let me see if I can catch up with chat a little bit. Moving kind of quick here. Timo 184 says, can I check out Vechain? I will make a note, but I normally go I'll have to touch on it off stream and gather my information and prepare some graphics for everyone, and then we can touch on it again, just like I did with EWT. So thanks again, Jay, for the EWT suggestion. Okay, let's see. Also on AVAX, unfortunately, I'm not familiar with it. Let's see. Mr. Bill Wands touches in on EWT. It says partnerships with Vodafone, EON, Shell, Total, and many, many more. Don't know why nobody's talking about this, Jim. Exactly. So as Mr. J brought it up to me, I did look it up, and I made the little. I was so impressed with it. I made the graphic and its own little screen, so we can monitor it day to day here at the Breadly Assassin live stream. But I concur with Mr. Bill Wands, and I concur with Mr. J, and it looks fantastic. I do need to give it some more deep thought and some more research, but it looks like an amazing coin. I mean, to me, like personally, it seems like a culmination of things are really coming together in the crypto space. Like it looks like the EWT is a standout in the energy sector. It looks like Vechain is really standing out in the supply chain sector. You got the graph being trying to categorize information on the blockchain. So it seems like these coins are falling into their niches. Their niches, however you call it. Their little spaces. And you have the cream rising to the top in each specific avenue or market. And if that's the case, there's a good chance that being the leader in their respected field, and in the blockchain, especially in their respective field and or market, could send the coin into the stratosphere, so to speak. And while we did just briefly mention Vechain, let's go ahead and pop over to the Vechain page, and we can take a look at it right now, a little more detail. And here we have the Vechain page, ladies and gentlemen, that I created for your viewing pleasure. Vechain right now sitting at about 5.1 cents, up 3.84% in the last 24 hours, up 44% in the last 7 days, up 69% in the last 30 days, up 347% in the last 3 months, and of course 624% in the last year. So those that know my thoughts on Vechain, it is my pick, my favorite in all of the crypto space for #1 investment long term. Now look, obviously we know what Bitcoin's worth and the volume involved, and Ethereum and the volume involved. I'm not taking anything away from those coins. Those coins are more like a stable coin to me, and we know that's where the value of the whole market comes from. That kind of goes without saying. When I pick things such as Vechain and Chainlink, I'm meaning from a buy-in standpoint now, to where the coin can be excuse me, in terms of profit and growth in comparison to like Bitcoin and Ethereum. Because in truth, we'll probably see $100,000 and $150,000 Bitcoin in the next year or two, right? But and look, that's nothing. I'm not taking away from the actual monetary value of it, but $150,000 Bitcoin right now is a 3x from right now from what it's worth. But Vechain at just over a nickel has, in my personal opinion, an incredibly incredibly good chance to be a dollar coin in the next 2 years. And if that happens, I mean, your gains from a nickel to a dollar are much more substantial than 3x. So you see where I'm going with that? I mean, it's kind of basic math, and I'm sure most everyone here is familiar with that. But you know, we typically, it's nice to be able to find something you can invest in and get a substantial amount of, in comparison to just buying a small chunk of Ethereum and or Bitcoin. So anyway, that's just our touch on Vechain. If you aren't familiar with it, please do some research. It'd probably be best for your benefit. And you know, obviously, kind of the leading blockchain project in the supply chain industry, but that's not all they do. These guys are just killing it. They are killing it. As it might be best to get on the train now before the technical. There's a lot of development side going on in the programming side, and that end of it that's going to make things happen for the coin. That doesn't even matter to us. It's just trust me, it's coming, and it's coming fast. I am from Louisiana, my friend. I'm from South Louisiana, a little town called Brobridge. So while this is my number one pick for long-term investment in all of the space, my number two pick in all of the space is Chainlink. So here, ladies and gentlemen, is a coin by the name Chainlink. Chainlink is just incredible in what it brings to the entire smart contract space, and ultimately DeFi, which it's all about DeFi now, right? DeFi. Well, Chainlink, while they're not the only ones, but they are the leader in the space. They do have their claws in the most projects and that kind of thing. Chainlink, my friends, has what they call these oracles, right? That allow you to bring real world data, kind of like real time data and new data, into smart contracts, where previously smart contracts are basically limited by what they were built on and the information they had. But this time, you know, with Chainlink's oracles, smart contracts which this is kind of like what makes DeFi and things like that capable. You know, like when you're working with finance, you obviously need up to the minute. There's so much changes in I mean, just look at what's happening with the movement in volume and pricing on crypto. Well, in the financial world, obviously, you need something to be able to bring all that data onto a smart contract so that it can alter, you know, do what it needs to do in real time and bring in the new data. So Chainlink is doing that to all smart contracts with their oracles, and it's going to be basically wide case use across all coins and all platforms that have smart contracts. So just based on Ethereum alone, I think Chainlink is going to just continue to grow. So back to the old main page. And here we are, we're back. Doge sitting at 4.9 cents, as you can see on the some people buying that dip. Obviously, we got a nice little influx of volume on that off of that low point earlier. So that's nice to see. Don't forget to like and subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. We have over 1,000 viewers and only 273 likes. The only way the stream can continue to grow is with likes and subs. It's completely free. If you're enjoying what you see and want to be notified next time we go live, which we do every day here at the Breadly Assassin live stream, hit the notification button. That way you don't miss any of our discussion, and especially our upcoming giveaways that we have here at the stream. Okay, let me try and catch up on some chat. We got a lot of people in here, so it's moving kind of quick. Let's see. I took a small position. I agree with you. Thank you, the chillin' villain. Appreciate the sentiment. Do you think Dogecoin is going to drop more? Well, we touched on that earlier. You know, like I said, I think ultimately overall, yes, probably, because ultimately we do have to chew through the sell orders of those large wallets to diversify the coin amongst the people, so that we don't have these whales and or large wallets, however you want to look at them. So yes, there's a good chance it gets worse before it gets better. And of course, as we're saying that, we're seeing a beautiful green spike, but yes, I think ultimately, if you take a step back and look at the bigger picture, that kind of has to happen for the betterment of the coin. So thank you for the question, my friend. Where can I buy Vechain? Mr. Levant Jackson. Fantastic question, my friend. That's the first time that's come up today. Thank you for chiming in. It depends on where you are regionally. Ultimately, the most popular exchange in the world is Binance. If you're in the United States, you can use Binance.us. Unless you are a regulated state in the US, then it can be a little bit problematic. I personally use KuCoin as I'm in a regulated state in the United States. You can see I have a referral code there in the chat, and the referral code is also in the description. If you're interested in using KuCoin, they currently trade in Doge and Vechain. There are other applications and or exchanges, web-based exchanges you can use. A lot of people say the Voyager investment app. There's some other. I personally don't use investment apps. I've been in the crypto space for a few years now, and I've had my exchanges and accounts already set up. So with the announcement of KuCoin starting to accept trade in Doge, I should say, a few days ago, now I kind of have my coins centralized between Coinbase and KuCoin. But I personally also full disclosure, I personally have my Vechain in an Exodus wallet right now, because I like to stake my Vechain, which in turn generates Vethor tokens for me. So if you're interested in staking and that kind of thing, the Exodus wallet makes it incredibly easy. I understand that they do have their fees are a little bit higher than some wallets, but you don't have to have any knowledge about staking. You simply just put your Vechain in Exodus and it immediately starts producing Vethor for you. Okay, it's nice to see some green during a stream for a while. I feel like I've been cursed for a while. And you know, it's another thing. People that have been following me notice how strange it is. The minute I stop streaming, the last 2 days, Elon Musk goes and tweets something, and they got all kinds of activity. I mean, I'll be waiting for hours about any information, and nothing happens. But within a minute of me ending the streams, the last 2 days, Mr. Elon Musk tweets and it all blows up, and everyone has a lot to talk about. So I don't know. It's kind of it's kind of coinky dinky, kind of fishy. I don't know. I don't know what that means. Might mean nothing. Okay. I think this might be a good time to pop on over to some adoption discussion that I have in the topic. I didn't want everyone to think I forgot about it, but we've had such a fantastic participation in the stream today. I was trying to keep up, but it's really taken off. So what we're gonna do is pop right on over to our first bit of adoption discussion today, and this is from Investopedia.com. It's in more outlets and has been touched on in a wider range, but I just wanted to. I've been saying this for a while. You know, we discussed adoption and what needs to happen and all this stuff like that. And I said, I'm gonna touch on this in a couple pages. We're gonna pop on over, but first let's just do this. So this was announced 2 days ago. MasterCard will begin facilitating cryptocurrency transactions in 2021. And then it gives you a little kind of a disclaimer kind of here. It says, but it's unclear which digital currencies will be included on the network. So this is actually just, honestly, it's pretty monumental news. Visa and MasterCard are coming into the space in one way or another. And of course, everyone else is going to follow suit. And then, you know, once these gigantic financial institutions and credit card companies of this magnitude are, you know, publicly announcing that it's happening, they have to get everything squared away. Obviously, it's a pretty monumental undertaking. This is huge. This is huge. I don't know how many tens of millions of people use MasterCard, but it's a lot. So this is huge. And then in the same breath and the same token, Visa's CEO came out and said in this little video here that they're coming into the crypto space. Now, Visa, if I'm not mistaken, has like 70 million users worldwide or something like that. And this video is 3 minutes long. So I'm going to go ahead and play it and let everyone watch it. Not something I normally do here, but not like I'm trying to have a filler or anything. But I just want everyone to understand how this is the CEO of Visa and that it's happening and they're doing it. It's just they obviously have a lot of logistics in place to take care of, and I'm sure the technical side is pretty heavy. But we're gonna go ahead and let this run for 3 minutes, and I'm gonna go grab me something to drink.
One of the other things that you're doing, and we're talking about this a lot right now, is what is the strategy as far as the crypto space is concerned? And you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I see sort of two paths in terms of your vision here. One is facilitating what I know you're very passionate about, which is financial inclusion and allowing or facilitating people to invest in crypto or digital assets if they want to accumulate wealth and think there's a way to do that. But the other thing is the network effect. So allowing people to transact between cryptocurrencies, let's use Bitcoin as an example, transact and swap that into fiat currency and then spend it. Are those the two paths?
Well, we want to be in the middle of any movement of funds, and we don't try to decide what's going to take off or not take off, and we don't pick winners and losers. We just get ready to enable whatever could possibly happen. And I think crypto is an exciting trend. There's cryptocurrencies, which are kind of the digital gold. Think of Bitcoin, and there what we're trying to do is create utility, which first of all making sure that our Visa cards are used to be able to purchase Bitcoin, and then when somebody wants to convert their Bitcoin to a fiat currency, use a Visa credential to go shop at our 70 million merchants around the world. So we're trying to create that utility. In digital currencies, we really see them as a potential player in global commerce going forward. And we're doing a number of things to make sure that we enable that to happen if, in fact, that's what consumers want to have happen. So we're working with 35 of the biggest crypto wallets around the world, making sure that these various digital currencies can be converted into a fiat currency, and that money can then be spent from a Visa card in a wallet, and again, at any one of our 70 million merchants around the world. We're also looking to make sure that we can, and we've been working on our infrastructure for 18 months to make sure that we can enable digital settlement. Today, we allowed transactions in 160 currencies, and we settled in the evening on 25 different currencies. Over time, I looked at for us to be able to settle in cryptocurrencies, and we're experimenting with that right now with a couple of issuers, and over time with acquirers. And then last week, I think it was, we announced a set of crypto APIs, which are basically allowing a bank for their customers to have an on-ramp through their mobile app or through their website to be able to go buy, trade, and custody cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. And our first pilot is with First Boulevard, a company that's focused on the Black community in the United States and trying to help them get to a state where they're more financially included in the mainstream. And that's something that's extremely important to us. The bottom line is that I don't know whether crypto will be adopted and at what pace it will be adopted, but we are ready to go, and we're leading the marketplace by a lot in terms of setting up the on-ramps for people to be able to facilitate using these various digital currencies.
All right, so I know that was a little lengthy, but I wanted everyone to get the full interview so that we can share our thoughts on that. But I do think it's huge that MasterCard and Visa are coming into the space. I mean, ultimately, it just brings more eyes into the space, brings more volume into the space.
Intuit TurboTax Live.
All that good stuff.
Bitcoin surging after Tesla revealed it bought 1.5.
I'm gonna have to close the window because it's giving me problems. But yeah, I think it's just huge. I think it's just huge news. I wanted to get that across to everybody before we move on. Let me check on some chat. I don't want to leave everyone in the dark. Mr. Rob G says Cardano might hit more than $2 to $5 this year. Yeah, coming into the year, I think the expectation for the coin at the height of the altcoin bull run was $1, and of course we hit 95 or 96 cents a few days ago. So that expectation has been increased. A lot of experts are predicting between a $2 and $3 coin, and it could ultimately go higher as the project continues to just far exceed expectations with an amazing development team and the partnerships that they have in place. So I personally am invested in Cardano, and I really think highly of it as well. Deep says top cryptos in my opinion for 2021. Well, for those that follow the channel know that my number one favorite long-term investment in all of the crypto space is Vechain, and my number two favorite investment is Chainlink. But I'm also invested in XRP, Cardano, Dogecoin, and the Graph. The Graph is another project I think can be very, very strong throughout the upcoming year. Let's see. Mr. Mario Castaneda, Dogecoin needs to be on Coinbase. Yeah, Coinbase is pretty strict on who they let in and that sort of stuff. Obviously, this I don't think we're quite there yet with Dogecoin. I think at some throughout the year, once we see what the development team has in store for it and what changes are brought to the coin, anything can happen. But I am still very, very hopeful that we see Vechain get to Coinbase at some point. Historically, I think Coinbase historically adds coins on Thursdays. So every Thursday, I'm always looking into Coinbase and looking for announcements and stuff like that. And I've been holding Vechain for a long time now, a couple years. So I kind of stopped watching, but with the influx of people into the space and the activity now in the crypto market, kind of started paying a little bit more attention. Like, I don't really hold my breath anymore, but it seems like a coin with the fundamentals that Vechain has at some point is going to make it onto Coinbase. Okay, let's see here. Mr. Francisco Gajardo, how many coins of ADA do you have in ADA? Make 5K. I only own. In fact, let me go look. Give me an exact number. I do stake my ADA. I don't have a ton of ADA, so I'm not getting any kind of substantial rewards. But I could tell you exactly what I have. Let me just log into my thing. I haven't looked at it in so long, I forget. I just leave them in there. That's kind of how I handle my crypto. I buy and hold pretty much. I have. Oh, you know what? God damn it! This browser I use does not like KuCoin. I have to switch to Google Chrome to take a look at my stuff. Oh, but we have a $5 super chat that I'm going to get to first. I'm going to go ahead and let chatbot take over, and then I will touch on it.
Visa is partnered with crypto. Come with great rewards. It's one of the main reasons I got on that exchange.
And Mr. LA Gamers with the $5 super chat, thank you, very generous, says Visa's partnered with crypto.com with great rewards. It's one of the main reasons I got on that exchange. Thank you for that comment and that suggestion. We will take a look at that and see if that's perhaps what some people are interested in. But back to my ADA, still trying to pull it up. I have to use a different browser with it because it doesn't agree with Firefox browser and the Brave browser that I use very well when I try and get into my staking stuff. But anyway, it works perfect on Google Chrome. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna hop in here and look at my staking account, and I have 21,215 ADA. And if I go to overview, I can look at my rewards, and it isn't much. It looks like I'm getting about maybe 80% of one a day. But yeah, so officially officially just over 21,000 ADA in my account right now. And like I said, those that's to hold. I just let those marinate. And one more thing I'd like to touch on that I have pulled up right here from everybody. For those that watch the stream, know that last Monday, whenever Tesla announced that they were investing $1.5 billion into Bitcoin, it was huge news, obviously, and people were asking me what I thought it meant for the space. And I thought it was fantastic for the crypto space, as more attention to crypto as a whole, more volume, all that stuff like that. And I also said that I thought it was what it meant, and what I said personally, and this was like right after it happened, so this was 100% my opinion. And I said that I thought, came out and said that in 3 to 6 months, I fully expect to see another major auto corporation come out and announce that they are going to start accepting cryptocurrency as well, probably Bitcoin, because in business and in industries such that have that are major, like that, major corporations and huge industries and huge markets, believe me, they are incredibly competitive. And the last thing any one of these corporations want is for a competing corporation to have an advantage, or to offer their consumers an alternate form of payment, or anything that they don't offer or can't offer. So I thought that was the first thing I thought of, and that was my sentiment. And we've touched on it many times in the stream. And coincidentally, I came across this today. I'd like to show everybody. So this came out on businessinsider.com yesterday at 3:42 p.m., pretty much right after I streamed. But look what this says right here. Wedbush says Tesla's Bitcoin investment will spark further corporate adoption, and highlights 4 stocks already poised to gain from the crypto boom. So listen to their little annotations here. Tesla has paved the way for more corporations to head down the path to owning and accepting Bitcoin, according to Wedbush. The firm says current Bitcoin mania is not a fad, but the start of a new era of digital currency. PayPal, Square, MasterCard, and Visa could benefit from the crypto boom as well. So pretty much exactly what I had commented on the first few days directly after it happened is starting to get reiterated amongst the experts now. So I guess in a way that's some kind of, I don't know, not confirmation, but maybe we weren't the only ones thinking that way. It just seemed like with these ultra competitive industries, no one wants to be number 2. Okay, and I think it's about time for the Bradley Assassin coin market cap recap. We touched on it right when the stream started, and we're gonna do a look and see where we are right now across the entire crypto space. And as you can see, the entire cryptocurrency market cap sits at $1,577 billion, ladies and gentlemen. Bitcoin at $971 billion, approaching a $1 trillion market cap. Just unbelievable. That puts the coin at $52,413. Ethereum sitting at $1,855. Tether, the dollar coin, at $1, of course. Polkadot at $32.22. ADA, the aforementioned Cardano, which we just had a long discussion about, sitting at 89.5 cents, about to get back to the 90-cent mark, ladies and gentlemen. Binance coin in the number 6 spot at 169.30. We have XRP, the aforementioned XRP, in the number 7 spot, up to almost 54 cents again. Litecoin, number 8 at $234.99. Bitcoin Cash in the number 9 spot at $720. And my number 2 favorite long-term investment in all of the crypto space, Chainlink, holding down the number 10 spot at $32.33. We have Stellar Lumens at number 11. The USD coin at number 12. Wrapped Bitcoin at number 13, Uniswap in number 14, and Dogecoin down to the number 15 spot today, with a $6.3 billion market cap at 4.9 cents. And some other coins we like to keep tabs on. We have Tron at 5.3 cents. And my number 1 favorite long-term investment in all of the crypto space is Vechain in the number 26 spot at 5.1 cents.
Will help the network.
And we have a $5 super chat from Mr. John Anderson. $5 super chat. Thank you, sir. Very generous. Says, did you know downloading and syncing Dogecoin QT rather than leaving it on your computer running will help the network? For those that didn't know that, that is some fantastic advice from Mr. John Anderson with the $5 super chat. Says, did you know downloading and syncing your Dogecoin rather than leaving it on your computer running will help the network? Yeah, I suppose it does. You know, you don't have all these super delayed people that have to come up and sync the network, you know, later on and all that kind of stuff like that. Keeps it more up to date. So thank you, sir, for that $5 super chat. Very generous. Yes, and we've touched on that a few times, but please remember this is for entertainment purposes only. I'm not a financial advisor, and please never invest more than you can afford to lose, as the market can go to zero at any time. Miss Stephanie Deaton, welcome back. Can you make a quick comment on if you think crypto will get regulated with all these major banks, corporations trying to get involved? Well, the political side of it, like that, is a very deep discussion. You know, being that these banks are centralized, I mean, obviously they're gonna want things put in place to protect themselves. I mean, that's just how it goes. But ultimately, you know, it's gonna be come down to committees and voting and regulation voting and, you know, this and that. Which honestly, it's kind of on the edge with me on this, because I think there are still too many pre-generation people on these committees and these boards that are going to have a say and that are going to have input, and they don't know what the hell they're voting or discussing. I really feel that way, because there's so much old money in banking, with so much power. You know, these people that have the families and people that have been in power for so long that they're basically grandfathered in. Like the new face of finance, like the crypto people and the blockchain people and those that understand where we're going, might not have the ability and the power to push these people out of their seats right away. So we're gonna have voices and you know, of the older generation that doesn't know what the hell they're voting on, and that's gonna be the hurdle to get through. We can only hope that if they do try and push any kinds of regulations and or things into place to protect themselves, that they don't fully affect the whole decentralized aspect of crypto, which is why it's here in the first place. So I do see some things coming into play. Obviously, there's going to have to be, you know, when you're bringing in financial institutions and stuff like that, because of the rules that they already have in place to protect themselves. We just have to wait and see how drastically it affects the current state of crypto. So good question. Thank you. I wish I had a better answer. But ultimately, you know, we don't know what's going to be presented to these people and what's going to be voted on yet. 383 likes, 1,000 people in the stream. Smash the like button. It takes a second. It's free. It makes me happy. It makes YouTube happy. Don't forget to sub if you like what you're seeing. Make sure to hit the notification bell too. You can be notified every time we go live. Don't forget, this Friday at 6 p.m. Central Time, we will be giving away 1,000 Dogecoin here in a live stream. So you're going to want to make sure that you are available for that and that you know that when we go live. Okay. Mr. Harris Indian wants to know about Vechain. Okay. And Deep says more about Vechain, please. Okay, so I guess it's time to touch on Vechain like we do every day here. Who else wants to know about Vechain? At the Doge, oh yeah. Okay. So we're gonna touch on Vechain for a minute. And with that being said, let's do the little magic. And magically bring up a Vechain page. Isn't that magic? Technology is basically magic is technology that we haven't figured out yet. Okay. All right, this is the thing about Vechain. Now, please keep in mind what I can explain and what I'm comfortable explaining, and the information I can convey with no problem and stuff like that is just one small aspect of what Vechain does. They are just killing it in the blockchain world, and what they're bringing to retail and merchandising and supply chain and everything. I mean, now they're involved with like they have this hospital app being built, like that's working now, that's allowing like if you say you go get blood work, well, you know how hard it is, you waiting for someone to get you back, but all that's being taken care of and being sent to blockchain so that everyone has access to it and stuff like that. So look, what I'm about to get into is just one tiny piece, but this one tiny piece is just shocking that this coin has been suppressed for as long as it is, and it's about to explode. I really feel that way. And when I say about to explode, I mean within the next year or two, but you'll be glad that you found out what Vechain is now. Okay, so this is I do own Vechain, but I mean obviously I'm not affiliated with them at all. You know, it's just I've been researching coins for years, and this coin just completely stands out. So this is what's going on with Vechain. They are the leaders in the blockchain supply chain industry. And when I say the supply chain industry, I mean the entire supply chain industry across the entire world. You know, from like a product being made to being packaged and shipped somewhere to a retailer. Supply chain, you know, how you get things from one place to another, how you monitor them, how you track them, all that kind of stuff. Okay, well, they're the leading blockchain project in supply chain. They're here to implement their products and or their services into the supply chain to make things work faster for companies, easier for companies, cheaper for companies, and when this information is brought to the blockchain, well, you can't manipulate the information. Like a lot of what I'm going to say seems like, well, it's being done now with servers and storage. But the thing with servers and storage and stuff like that is that you can access that and manipulate it and change it and steal it and all kinds of stuff like that. But on the blockchain, that information has to be confirmed, right, by you know, other computers and other, you know how blockchain works. So it can't be manipulated. It can't be changed. It can't be removed. All that kind of stuff like that. So once it's there for everyone in the supply chain to monitor, access, see, everything like that. So one of the things they're doing, they have these little RFID radio frequency devices, little microchips that they're putting in products. So basically, also Vechain has developed a way to eliminate counterfeiting. And for those who are familiar with the supply chain or the retail industry, especially in Asia, know how bad the counterfeiting side is in the supply chain and retail marketing. So what they're doing is, like, say you're making glasses or tennis shoes or handbags. And by the way, the CEO of Vechain was once the lead guy over at Louis Vuitton, the handbag people. So their team is just amazing, and they fully understand the importance of the supply chain and how it works. So anyway, let's just say handbags too, okay? Well, they're inserting these little microchips, these little radio frequency thingies, right, that you can scan. Hold on, we got a $5 super chat coming in from Mr. Chop Tomato. Find your link in the EWT Telegram group. Hope you're not sleeping on this project. Keep up the good work. Absolutely, I'm not. We discussed it early. Thank you for the $5 super chat, and thank you for bringing it to our attention. We're going to keep touching on that here at the Barely Assassin live stream. Right now, though, we're in the middle of some Vechain discussion, and I need to get that information out. So okay, so they're inserting these chips, right? And what it does is people can use, so upon production, and let me go ahead and let the chatbot finish her little discussion, and then we'll keep going.
Your link in the EWT Telegram group. Hope you're not sleeping on this project. Keep up the good work.
Okay, so they're inserting these chips, right, in any kind of retail product, basically any kind of product you can think of. So when it's produced, they scan it, boop, and then when they package it, they scan it, boop, and then they ship it, they scan it, boop, and then the retailer receives it, they scan it. So basically, from start, from from farm to table, so to speak, it gets scanned every step of the way. Now, every time that happens, everyone involved in the supply chain has access to the information. Like the time it was produced, the time it was packaged, the time it was shipped, how long was it in shipping, temperature fluctuations in shipping, which is important because they're also partnered now with the virus vaccine producers, so they can monitor that the temperature remains right, so that the vaccinations and the medicines that people are receiving now are not contaminated in any way by altered temperatures where it falls out of range. They scan when they receive it, so the retailer knows when it's going to be there, and this is all in the blockchain. Can't be manipulated anymore, and that way they can verify authenticity every point of the way too. So that's ultra important when you're buying something now. Vechain has developed a way for them to be able to prove that it's authentic for the consumer, and in the secondary market, when the consumer goes to sell it to a third party, well, the consumer can prove that it's authentic too by just scanning it and showing them that it's authentic from the actual vendor, kind of thing. And then they're also doing this with QR codes. You know what a QR code is? I have one on my main chat. If you guys are interested in donating with Dogecoin, it'll bring up my Dogecoin address. But so they're doing it with QR codes. And like I mentioned before, you could say, well, that's kind of being done now. But yeah, it's being done now and stored on servers, which is, you can manipulate it. But this way you can't. So that's being done, and but more, it's more than that. It's a ton of stuff. So that's all going on with Vechain now. And the thing, what's even more impressive about Vechain now is, this isn't just an idea. This is happening now, and even to the point where Vechain has like over 400 partnerships right now. And this isn't, they're not partnering with some small people here. They're officially working right now with Walmart China, DHL, the shipping company, Renault, BMW, Hire. It goes on and on and on. You guys are gonna have to go pull that up to see it, because it's ridiculous to see who they're working with. And like I said, that's just the supply chain aspect of what they do. They're on the technical side and the development side. It's a whole nother world. They're about to start bringing in DeFi, because they're bringing out the second version of the blockchain thing. I mean, I'm still flabbergasted that the coin has been suppressed this long. And I think within the next 2 years, it's gonna really take off. And there'll be no coming back anymore to this point, So anyway, that's just me touching on Vechain. There's a lot more involved, and please do your own research so that you can make some more educated decisions on if it's something you think you'd be interested in investing in or not. Okay. All right, so we are back. Dogecoin sitting at about just under 4.9 cents. So that's looking pretty normal. We did kind of recover from a little bit of that dip. Okay, you guys are welcome, Mr. Charlestown. Y'all are welcome. That's at least making y'all aware of it. I don't have everything. I don't have all the answers, but you can go. There's tons of information on Vechain floating around the internet where you can go get some technicals if you so choose, and just better educate yourself. Mr. Captain Vidic, welcome back. Can you explain the Doge rich list? It seems that there has been some new activity amongst the whales. Well, let me see if I could pull up the what I had yesterday for you guys. I had found it yesterday, and then I couldn't find it again. Okay, here it is. Okay, we're gonna pop on over so that I can show you, ladies and gentlemen, what this gentleman is referring to as far as the big Dogecoin wallets. As you can see here, this site is called bitinfocharts.com. You can pull up the wallets and all that stuff here, and this is the Dogecoin rich list, so to speak. As you can see, there is one wallet in play. You see right here, one that owns between 10 billion and 100 billion Dogecoins, and you can see it sitting at 36 billion Dogecoin, and that is just under 29% of all Dogecoin in circulation. So this is the wallet I think that people are suspecting might be Robinhood, the DH5 they call it, and I'll tell you why they call it the DH5, and that's because right here the official address for the wallet starts in DH5. This is the one that people refer to as the Robinhood wallet. Through investigation and whatnot that a lot of people have done, it seems it might be speculative at this point, but people are really believing and have a feeling that this is the Robinhood wallet. And if so, that's actually fantastic news, because they announced that they're going to start distributing their wallets, amongst the people and their investors and stuff like that, which would break the centralization of this wallet apart. I guess we just kind of have to wait and see on that, but a little bit furthermore, as you can see, there are 11 more wallets that hold between $1 billion and 10 billion, with a total of 25 billion, which is another 20% or so of the circulating coins. But that is these are considered the whales, I suppose, and of course these could be other investment companies and or exchanges and stuff like that, but that's what we mean by when we mention the whales or the large wallets. It's basically all right here pretty much. Okay, Mr. B. Roa says, I put $2,000 on Ethereum. Is this amount good enough? Well, it's completely up to your financial situation, my friend. If you can afford to invest $2,000, then yes, that's a fantastic amount. Congratulations. Some people don't have that much. Some people have more. It's completely up to you and what you can afford. Obviously, please don't invest more than you can afford to lose, as cryptocurrency is a very volatile market. But in terms of stable coins, Bitcoin and Ethereum are two of your safer bets. So congratulations on your purchase. Mr. Jeffrey says, what's my view on Litecoin? Is that Litecoin? I'm assuming you meant Litecoin. Yeah, very, very strong outlook for Litecoin. There's a lot of speculation that it's going to be starting at some point accepted on PayPal. Once and if that happens, obviously, it's going to take off even furthermore. So yeah, everything looks really strong, positive with Litecoin too. Don't forget to like and subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. It just takes a second. Mr. Astrox Gaming says, what do you think of Bancor Network token? It's been climbing. Do you think it'll become an important part of the crypto future? I'm not super familiar with it. I know what you're talking about because I've noticed it climbing too. I'm going to make a note. Got my pen right here. I'm going to make a note. Bancor Network. I'm going to make a note and check it out. That way I can better educate myself on it, and perhaps we can touch on it in another stream. That way I don't misspeak or give any misinformation. But thank you for that. I will do diligence and check it out as soon as I can. RK says, how soon do you think Doge takes off? Well, we touch on that all day here at the Breadless Assassin live streams, every day. Right now, my gut feeling is telling me that it'll probably get a little bit worse before it gets better, as we're hoping some of the larger wallets sell off, which in turn would cause some dips. But if that Robinhood situation is what it seems, and that gigantic wallet does distribute their wallets amongst the people, then that would help diversify it right away and would help in stability. I don't think you'd see much in the way of it going up or down, as opposed to just giving it a little bit more stability. But one huge note is that the development team is back in action and working on Dogecoin again. So any news that comes from the development team in terms of what's going to happen for Dogecoin's future is going to be positive, and it could directly affect the coin. But it's all a matter of wait and see on all those subjects. But it looks good. It's just I think it might get a little bit worse before it gets better, because we have to chew through those sell orders of those big wallets. But it can happen, you know. Not to mention the direct effect that the media, influencers, celebrities, and all that stuff has on the coin. And once those activities start taking place, it's just more eyes on Dogecoin and crypto as a whole. And I think ultimately it's going to be positive. Crash Override says, what about my Chuck E. Cheese coins? I don't know, man. My kids would probably like them. Mr. Fern, and in Ocasio, where do you stick your ADA? Answer me and I'll shut up. I'm sorry, my friend. It's the first time I see it. I stake my ADA on KuCoin, KuCoin Exchange. If you're interested in KuCoin Exchange, I have a referral code in the description, and it comes up in the chat every once in a while. Let's see. Let me go ahead and check my news outlets, make sure we're not missing any late breaking news. As every day, the last 2 days, I should say, the minute I log off my stream, I mean, within a minute, Mr. Elon Musk tweets. And it's so strange, like almost as if he was monitoring, you know. We would never know, but it sure feels that way whenever the minute you log off, it happens, you know. I'll tell you what we're going to do right now, ladies and gentlemen. Some people were asking about my cryptocurrency mining setup. Like I said, I don't want to get very detailed into that on this channel and on the stream, because I think I'm just going to make another channel and kind of touch on that, because it can get real technical and detailed, and I don't want to confuse anybody and stuff like that. But there were some people that were basically calling me out, saying that I haven't been mining and I don't know what I'm doing and I haven't been in the crypto space. And it's like, you know, I don't really need to prove anything to anyone, but all it took was a few minutes ago for me to snap a few pictures. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys. And look, it's not the most beautiful thing in the world, but it's effective. So I have a 36 card cryptocurrency mining shed here at my home. It's 36 Radeon RX 580X gaming cards, and they're all mining Ethereum. And I'm going to go ahead and show you guys some images. This is the first one. This is me assembling it. I take them apart to clean it every once in a while. So I took some images earlier of me stacking them back. So this is what I did. The racks I make custom. I own a couple bakeries here in South Louisiana. And those are actually aluminum bread racks that I ordered and disassembled. They just so happen to be a good size, and they're aluminum, and I can put a dozen cards on them, and it's just something I thought of that, and I built a little frame for it. So this is the first 12 cards on the rack, and then as you can see, I just have some 2x4s that I built. On the back wall is a power not a power supply, but a what you call it, golly, I can't even think of it, power distribution, PDE, and so yeah, and all the power stuff plugs into that, and then of course I have it all wired and stuff to a breaker way up top. But okay, so that's just the first row, and then this is what it looks like when I finish my frame and I drop the second row on it. And then of course that's another 12 cards. So this is what 24 cards look like. And then of course I built another layer, and I have that's my third rack about to be assembled up top, where you can see here, and that's all 36 cards on my custom aluminum bread rack frames with my custom framing. And then I have some exhaust fans in the top of the room, and you can see those are some fans, some little box fans that I have blowing up right on top of the topmost rack, because there's a lot of heat being generated. And then these are just like some of my my packaging and wiring, and then I keep all the boxes for my cards as well, in case for resale purposes, or if I need to return some cards that die, you know, from the heat and the stuff like that. But anyway, that's just a few images just so that I'm not full of it. So anyway, I hope that pleased whoever thought I wasn't mining. So yeah, all that stuff is just custom built, because when I started mining a few years ago, there wasn't all the pre-made frames and all that stuff that's out now. You can basically buy whatever you need to throw a rig together. But when I was doing this, that wasn't there, so I had to kind of get creative, and it's just been in there. I don't feel like taking it apart and doing, you know, it's a lot of work, so I just leave them on my custom little bread racks. Okay, and we are officially at the 1 hour and 35 minute stream mark, ladies and gentlemen. Already, we had such great participation today. This stream really flew. It went very, very well. Lots of participation, some fantastic question and answer. Even though we didn't have all the breaking, hard-hitting news that we like, we were still able to touch on a lot of information and bring some knowledge to the community. And you guys educate me as well. So you know, this is helping us both out. One thing I like to do here at the Breadly Assassin live stream every day is leave my cutoff time up to the community, so to speak. I'm at 1 hour and 35 minutes, and we are up to 511 likes. So what I'm going to do is I'll stream till either the 2 hour mark, which is another 25 minutes, or 800 likes. How about that? I'm going to give a real high target today. That way we have either 25 minutes or 800 likes. Whichever one we hit first will be the cutoff time. So I'm just throwing that out there. It's going to be up to the community. 800 likes or another 25 minutes. And then I'll get back to some question and answer. So let's see. Mr. Eddie B, ladies and gentlemen, chiming in with reminding everyone this Friday, 1,000 free Dogecoin giveaway here on the live stream. Mr. Eddie B was our first official winner for the first 1,000 Dogecoin giveaway last Saturday. So congratulations once more to Mr. Eddie B. Let's see what we got. Mr. Afar with the Dawning. What do I think of Atom long term? That looks like a very solid project. I'm not familiar with the technicals. I'm gonna have to go break that down again. I did notice it, and I remember looking at it and thinking that it looks strong. I'm not personally invested in it, but I'm gonna take some time and go check it out. Thanks for reminding me, my friend. 800 likes. What I'm smoking, my dude. Well, that was based on the fact that there was over 1,000 people in here at one time, and we're at 555 likes, and I have 25 minutes left. So we'll see. If I don't hit the 800 likes, no problem. That means I'll just stream for another 23 minutes. Kind of making it fun, you know, kind of like a little game within a game. Asking about Nano. Unfortunately, I don't have a ton of information on Nano. Not very familiar with it. I prefer not to comment on it, as I don't want to give any misinformation. And like I say, you know, I've been in the space for a while. I take a lot of pride in educating myself on as many coins as I possibly can. Primarily those that I am invested in, obviously. But you know, there are thousands of coins in the space, so please forgive me if I don't have information on the coin you're asking about. I do make notes, and I do try and go back and educate myself so that we can discuss it in another stream. But I appreciate everyone showing patience on that. Thank you. Also, for those that were asking about cold storage and what equipment I use here on the streams, like the microphone and the camera and the lighting, that's all in the description now. You guys can go ahead and click those links, and it'll send you right to exactly what I use. Fully transparent here. That way it kind of helps everybody out, and we don't have to touch on those subjects while we're streaming. Okay. Synthetics, yes, I'm very bullish on the Synthetics project. Obviously, it's seen some substantial growth, so it's obviously I'm not the only one that thinks highly of it. Synthetics looks like a nice project. XRP, want some more? Okay, I'll hit. I see 2 or 3 people touching on XRP, so we'll go over it once more for those that missed it earlier. XRP, fantastic project, amazing development team. Considered the banker's coin, had everything going for it until the SEC decided to pick on it, right? So obviously the price of the coin is being suppressed due to the looming SEC hearings and regulations over its head. Obviously, like I said earlier, I did. I'm not an attorney by any means, and I'm certainly not an expert. But I did read as much as I could from some attorneys commenting on some websites about the countersuit that they're bringing to the hearings at the end of the month, and they all say it looks really good for XRP. So if they can get through the hearings, winners, obviously, I think we can fully expect to see tons of volume and positive gains come into XRP right away. And like I say, every time we touch on XRP, please remember that in January of 2018, XRP did hit an all-time high of $3.50. So if you'd like to use that as a comparison to where we are now, it certainly looks like XRP is a fantastic investment right now. But it is really risky, so the risk versus reward is high. And Mr. Bobby kind of reiterating what I touched on. He says it's going to explode after the lawsuit is over. They will pay a fine, blah, 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 and then back to business. Yeah, that's kind of the expectations right now. You know, we don't know for sure, but if that happens, I mean, you can expect it to be a really good move right now. What happened to Morris coin? Why did it skyrocket? From Mr. Steve Barrett. Just because Elon Musk mentioned it kind of tongue-in-cheek in a conversation or in a quote someone had got from him. It seemed to be more of like it was kind of joking, like tongue-in-cheek kind of thing. And of course it spiked, but I don't think there's any real grounds there. Ezio asks, what's the best software for mining Ethereum? Well, they all kind of do the same thing. You know, I personally use Simple Miner because I have multiple rigs, and on the Simple Miner software, you can actually access all your rigs at once, and you can adjust them remotely at once, and you know, it's very, very simple. It's Linux based, so you don't even need Windows to run it. You can run it like from a good USB storage if you wanted to. You don't need to have Windows running. So I personally use Simple Miner. And we got Mr. Anthony Dominic with the $1 super chat. Thank you, sir, Mr. Anthony Dominic. Projections for Doge tomorrow. Again, it's very speculative. Completely depends on what happens between now and next time I go on the stream. Like, will Mr. Elon Musk tweet? Will the development team announce anything? Will some other influencers and or celebrities have something to say about it? You know, the market's very volatile, and Dogecoin is the most volatile coin we got. So it can dump if some whales and or some of these wallets decide to sell off, or it could do anything. My personal opinion is, if none of those wallets have sold off yet, and none of those whales haven't sold off yet, then you know they might not be as inclined to do so right away. So I'm expecting the coin to kind of remain around this level until we get some news. Up to 594 likes, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I got another 17 minutes in me, or 800 likes, whichever one comes first. Mr. Nerd of Prey with the $2 super chat. What do I think about Algorand? Not super familiar with it, my friend, but because you threw me a super chat, I'm gonna pull it up, and I know I see it all the time when I'm looking at CoinMarketCap. But unfortunately, I don't have a ton of knowledge of it. It reads Algorand, the first pure proof of stake blockchain platform. Let's see here. Continually reading. Technology that enables frictionless finance. We are the technology company that built and developed the world's first open, permissionless, pure proof-of-stake blockchain protocol that, without forking, provides the necessary security, scalability, and decentralization needed for today's economy. With an award-winning team, we enable traditional finance and decentralized finances. So it looks like a DeFi kind of project, right? Which is, they're all super hot right now. So obviously things are looking great for the DeFi world. And then we got Dungeon Master Doge Boy with the $10 super chat. Thank you, my friend. Incredibly generous. Says, keep the good work, my brother. Thanks. Buy more Doge. It's down, but it will rise. Let's make this the people's coin. Thank you for the super chat. Incredibly generous. Thank you for the kind words. We need that positivity here because, you know, running a 5-minute chart and having something to discuss every day, it can get kind of monotonous, and then these dips and valleys can be very stressful for people. But you know, like you mentioned, the more we buy and hold, the more market cap we build, and ultimately the more valuable the coin becomes. And you're not only helping yourself, you're helping everyone involved with the Dogecoin movement. Okay, Mr. Darren Metz says, people get scared and sell when something goes down. Then it goes down and they regret it. Don't be scared. Over a few hundreds invested in those. Yes, if you're investing, ladies and gentlemen, please make sure it's something you can afford to lose, as the market's very volatile. But you know, if you're buying in at 5 or 6 cents and it's down to 4 or 5 cents, you know, you only really lose if you sell. You know, as long as you hold on to your coins and just be patient, ultimately they have you giving them a chance to get back to, you know, to glory days. So buy and hold is always the sentiment here at the Bradley Assassin live stream. Deep says, one guy made 700,000 from Dogecoin in a week. How so? Well, obviously he invested a substantial amount. I mean, you know, bottom line is Dogecoin over the last 2 weeks is still up. I mean, I don't know. Let's go take a quick look at it. Let me go pull it up real quick so I don't misspeak. Oh man, I hate this chart. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. I like, there's a website called Live Coin Watch that I really like, the tickers. Okay, so think about it this way, ladies and gentlemen. I know we're looking at these ups and downs over a few percentages of a cent and everybody's freaking out and stuff like that. But Dogecoin in the last 30 days, that's 1 month, ladies and gentlemen, is up 442%. Okay, so the gentleman that you referred to that made $700,000, you know, he might have invested, he might have bought $1 million or $2 million worth of Dogecoin, you know, and if it went up a couple pennies during that time, which obviously it did, that's some substantial money. So it's risk versus reward. The more you invest, the more you can earn, but also the more you can lose. Just mathematics. Let's see. Let's see here. And Mr. Anthony Dominic, once again with the $5 super chat, says, thank you, by the way, very generous. What do you think of Skycoin mining them? They sell the kit on the website for $2K each one. I'm not sure what kit you're referring to. Let me go ahead and see if I can pull something like that up.
What you think of hashtag Skycoin mining them? They sell the kit.
Skycoin is cryptocurrency 3.0 and therefore has no old school proof of work mining. Cryptocurrency 1.0 and 2.0 such coin as Bitcoin and Ethereum and proof of work one day. Yeah, see, I'm not super familiar with Skycoin miner. Skycoin miner. It looks like it might be a I'm not super familiar with it, my friend. DIY Skycoin miner build. It seems to have been around for a while. They have some DIY builds for it. It says the bridge to internet freedom. Sky miners are the hardware backbone for Skywire. I'm gonna have to look into this a little bit more, my friend, so that we can discuss. Yeah, this looks pretty technical. So yeah, thank you for bringing that to my attention. I'm Mr. Anthony Dominic. I'm not super familiar with it, but just looking over it real quick, looks like it's something that is a little technical. You can kind of build your own kind of thing, kind of a Frankenstein looking thing in my opinion, but I'm gonna try and educate myself on it, and hopefully we can touch on it again at a later time. But I really do appreciate the super chat, and thank you for being so generous. And ladies and gentlemen, we are trying to get back to the 5-cent mark. If you notice that Dogecoin right now, after a couple nice green run-ups, up to 628 likes, ladies and gentlemen, and I got 10 minutes. So what's coming first, 10 minutes or 800 likes? I think it might be closer than we gave ourselves credit for. Go get up. Okay. Let's see. Can an i9 9900 32 gig RAM and 2080 Ti mine Doge and make profit? If your system is running a 2080 Ti, my friend, obviously I would assume you're probably gonna want to mine Ethereum on that card, as I'm sure it's more profitable than mining Doge, which in turn you can ultimately take those profits and buy Doge, which will net you more Doge. But with a 2080 Ti, I'm almost certain the most profitable situation for you would be to mine Ethereum and then just trade the Ethereum for the coin that you so choose. Otherwise, I'm not saying you can't mine Doge, but you would be getting less Doge doing it that way. Y'all heard me. I had to tell my kids to skedaddle. They were fighting, like in my ear. Anyone that got kids know how that goes. And we still seeing some green on the Dogecoin. It looks like it really wants to get back to that 5-cent mark. Mr. Steve Barnett, is Robinhood Dogecoin actually cryptocurrency? Will I be able to transfer it to a wallet? Well, we touched on that throughout the day today. It looks as though, based on their announcement, that they are officially going to be generating wallets for their customers to trade Dogecoin, as they really shot themselves in the foot and backed themselves into a corner in this situation. It looks like they almost had to do that. And with their announcement that we covered today, it looks like that's definitely happening. In fact, I can pop on over real quick to the display capture just to verify what we were talking about. Right here, they say so much interest in crypto. To be crystal clear, we fully intend to provide the ability to deposit and withdraw cryptocurrencies, including Doge. Robinhood Crypto does not currently invest in crypto. I'm sorry. God damn. If I ever meet this dude in real life, I'm punching him dead in his freaking face, bro. It says Robinhood Crypto does not currently invest in cryptocurrency or use any customer cryptocurrency for our own benefit. Can't take that dude, bro. I'm sorry. It's been so long since I can't withhold laughter, but that shit's funny, bro. I would punch I'd punch that cat dead in his face, bro, if I'd ever see him in real life. How do you say that? You're responsible for hundreds of millions of dollars of people's money, and you come out with that tweet. You come out and say that publicly, bro. God damn, bro. I can't take it. I can't take it, bro. I'm sorry. I'm just a dude. I'm just a normal dude, bro. I can't take it. I'm trying to be professional here, but I can't take it, bro. That's stupid. That's terrible. Not gonna be able to sleep. Okay, anyway. Oh man. I said I wasn't gonna laugh again when I read it, but it just comes out, bro. You know, try to read that with a straight face. I mean, really? Did he read that? Did he proofread it before he sent it? I mean, jeez, give me a break, bro. Who is this dude? Vlad the Impaler. Okay. All right. So 6 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, up to 663 likes. It's gonna be close, but it looks like we're gonna hit the 2 hour mark. Oh, that guy gassed me, bro. Deep says, do you recommend investing in Doge now or wait for Elon's tweets? Well, you know, we talk about that all the time, you know, the speculative side of it. You know, you see earlier when on the chart where it's marking with the arrow, the lowest point of the dip, you know, on the screen. You know, did we know that was going to be the lowest point in the dip today? No, of course not. And then, you know, it since have gone up. So like we said, according to Elon, and the consensus is that, you know, ultimately it'll probably get worse before it gets better, as soon as, and if the big wallet starts selling off. We don't really know, you know, they don't have to do that. You don't really know based on, you know, if we get some information from the media and celebrities, influencers, and ultimately the development team, it might not go back to where, you know, everyone's predicting it to be, but we are below 5 cents. Ultimately, you know, from the outside looking in, it doesn't look that bad to buy in again right now. And ultimately, the more you buy and hold, the better it is for everyone, including us as investors. But it's tough to say. It really is. This coin moves around so much. I'm most excited for the news from the development team. I'm really anxious to see what they have in store and what they're planning for the coin and whatnot. I think that's going to be probably even more influential than Mr. Elon Musk's tweets, because that's adding to the fundamentals of the coin and the long-term value. So for me, I'm really hoping to get some information from the development team in the next couple months. All right, let's see. Ethereum to the moon from Thongs Nancy. Certainly seems that way. Let's see. Jason L says Vlad's definitely the biggest tool in the shed. Mr. Anthony Dominic says, okay, let me know. I've been in the crypto space since 2013. Let me know. Skycoin is looking very hot on mine. Yes, I will, my friend. Like you definitely, thanks for pointing that out, because I'm very busy. And, you know, like the mining side of it, after I have it set up and it's running, I haven't had the opportunity to dig into that kind of stuff. But thank you for bringing it up. I will look into it, and I want to know exactly what that's about. So thank you. What mining software do I use? I use Simple Miner. Welcome back, Kyle Caminita. We got about 3 minutes before the stream ends, my friend. But I said either 800 likes or 25 minutes, and that was 22 minutes ago, 23 minutes ago. So we ran up, though. We up to 680 likes. Y'all thought I was joking. I knew a lot of people were lurking in there, holding on to them likes for the end. I noticed that's been happening. Mr. Matt Seymour, welcome. Bradley just got here. It's been a long day. Mind giving me an update about what's happened? Yeah, real quick. We touched on, in fact, I'm going to go over everything real quick, ladies and gentlemen, for those that are just hopping in a little bit late. Let me switch over to display caption. We'll touch on all this stuff really quickly, though. I'm not going to go into detail of it again, but basically, first and foremost, we have some announcements some confirmations, I should say. It looks like says cryptocurrency sleuths point to Robinhood as the Dogecoin whale, and they're referring to the big gigantic wallet with about 29% of the circulating supply. It's looking like that very possibly could be the Robinhood wallet, the one that Robinhood announced they plan on setting up wallets for the investors, which is actually really good news, because then that if that is that particular wallet, which a lot of people are suspecting it is now, then that would right away diversify that big gigantic wallet, which is ultimately what we want to do. You know, Mr. Elon Musk suggested that they either sell or he would buy the wallets from him or whatever. But if this is what's happening, if this is the wallet and Robinhood does generate wallets for the investors, that would just take care of that wallet right away. So that's incredibly positive news. We just have to wait and see if that's actually what happens. And then jumping over to this, okay, this time I'm reading it with a straight face. Let me take a deep breath. Okay. This is Vlad, CEO of Robinhood, says, so much interest in crypto. To be crystal clear, we fully intend to provide the ability to deposit and withdraw cryptocurrencies, including Doge. Robinhood Crypto does not... Robinhood... Bruh. Robinhood Crypto does not currently invest in cryptocurrency or use any customer cryptocurrency for our own benefit. Bruh. Okay, so this dude's just coming out to try to sound like, no pun intended, like Robinhood, but that's just, he shouldn't have, he just whatever. And then, okay, so Yahoo Finance comes back, and this is just more confirmation about what Robinhood just tweeted about allowing customers to deposit and withdraw cryptocurrencies. So, so goddamn. So yeah, that's great news if it does happen and whatnot. And it ultimately, if that gigantic wallet is Robinhood, this is exactly what we needed. All right. And then moving on, this is just some adoption information that I dug up for everyone, saying some confirmation that MasterCard will begin facilitating cryptocurrency transactions in 2021, although it's unclear which digital currencies will be included on the network. But that's just fantastic information for adoption in the cryptocurrency space as a whole. And then moving on, as I mentioned here, right when this news came out about when Tesla invested into Bitcoin last Monday, I right away said that I thought it was fantastic for the space, because ultimately, when you're dealing with auto corporations or any corporations of this magnitude, that no one wants to be number two, and no corporation and industry, you know, in an industry like this certainly wants to allow their direct competitor to have an advantage by allowing their consumers an option to pay with, whether it be cryptocurrency or something else, when you don't have. Like, that just, you know, that puts you in number two and you're going to get left in the dust. So my opinion initially was that in 3 to 6 months, you'll see other auto retailers or companies come into the space and announce that they'll start accepting cryptocurrency. And this article says basically the exact same thing that I had touched on last week. This came out yesterday, saying Wedbush says Tesla's Bitcoin investment will spark further corporate adoption. And yeah, basically it's exactly what we just touched on. And I think that's kind of it. Before we go, we're gonna go over the coin market cap recap one more time, ladies and gentlemen. So here we go. We got Bitcoin. The total money in the crypto space right now is $1,581 billion. We have Bitcoin at $972 billion market cap at just over $52,000. Ethereum in the number 2 spot, climbing to $1,886. Looks very good right now. Number 3 spot held down by Tether, the dollar coin, at $1, of course. Polkadot in the number 4 spot at $32. We touched on Cardano a good bit today, sitting just under 90 cents. So Cardano climbing its way back after a little dip the last couple days. Binance coin in the number 6 spot at XRP in the number 7 spot at 54 cents. Litecoin at $233. Bitcoin Cash coming in the number 9 spot. And my number 2 favorite long-term investment in all of cryptocurrency is Chainlink in the number 10 spot at $32.75. Some other coins of note that we often touch on here at the Bradley Assassin live stream is Stellar Lumens at 50 cents. Uniswap at number 13 at $22. Dogecoin down to number 15 today at 5 cents with a $6.4 billion market cap. And moving on down, we have Tron at about 5.3 cents. And my number 1 favorite long-term investment in all of the crypto space is Vechain, coming in at about 5.2 cents. And down here, not to be outshined, is the Graph, who I'm also invested in. I think very, very highly of the Graph, coming in at $2.34, up 13% from yesterday. So that's positive. But that's kind of what we touched on today. I know it was a little bit quick and dirty, but I just wanted to get that in for the gentleman that asked before we roll out. But we are at the broke the 2-hour mark for live stream today. And look, 735 likes. Y'all laughed at me. Someone laughed at me and said what was I smoking? 800 likes. And it's at 735. You know how I know? Because I know my community. They hold those likes to the end so that when we play our little game, they can drop those likes on me and make it interesting. But yeah, fantastic stream today, ladies and gentlemen. I know we joked around a little bit, and I try and stay professional for everyone, but sometimes you can't help it, right? But fantastic participation. Really appreciate all the likes and the subs. Don't forget to turn on the notification link. That way you know exactly when we go live. And this coming Friday at 6 p.m. Central, we're doing a 1,000 Dogecoin giveaway. So with your notifications on, you'll know and you won't miss that stream. You don't want to miss that one. Thank you everyone for the super chats and the donations and everything. You know, don't feel obligated, but I'm incredibly appreciative of that, as that helps me do what I do. And ultimately, the likes and the sub keep the channel growing, so we can continue to do bigger, better things, bring you guys more giveaways and all that fun stuff we do here. But yeah, I think it was fantastic. I learned a lot. I hope everyone got some information to at least make their investing decisions a little bit easier if you so choose to invest. But outside of that, that's it for today. And we will see everyone. Oh, you know what? Do make a note though. If Elon Musk tweets right after this, like happened the last 2 days, I mean, within a couple minutes of me signing off, then we know he's watching. How about that? But anyway, so we'll keep an eye out for that. But we'll see everyone tomorrow. I'm here every day. So yeah, don't miss us. Stay safe, everyone. Stay warm, and we'll see y'all tomorrow.